Settle in. There we go. We're on. Hi, everybody. Great to see you. Great to see you all. I tell you what, it's almost like it's a new year, like it's a new exam series. Can you believe it's been 3 weeks since paper two? What on earth is going on with the schedule? Why is there such a long gap? I know you guys have had lots of other exams. Let me know in the comments. How are you all? How have the exams been? Is the gap irritating for you? It's been such a long time, right? Are you still there with your economics knowledge? And let me know. I don't know about you, like I've taken it a bit light. That first week after paper two, just thought need to rest, relax. Hard to get back into the swing, isn't it? With such a long gap, especially when paper three is combining all of the material that you've already learned. For it to be 3 weeks between exams is really quite nasty. But great to be back again. Great to be doing this live stream again. They're always buzzing events, aren't they? These live streams. So yes, let me know, how are you all feeling? The end of your economics journey, exam-wise, I mean. Not generally. Economics is for life, isn't it? Can't live without economics. But in terms of your exam journey coming to an end tomorrow, yeah, 2 years of hard work culminating in this exam tomorrow. So yeah, how are you all? Are we ready? Have you taken it too easy? Or have you been revising with the same intensity? I don't know, the general feeling that I'm getting from you guys is you prioritized other subjects, kind of rightly so, but hopefully not to the detriment of this exam. It's equally weighted, paper three compared to paper one and paper two. Just as important as those papers. And boy, what an opportunity you have. So it's our last live stream together, this one, but I feel like it's the most important of the three because I feel like there is a lot to work towards tomorrow. And generally speaking, I think a lot of you maybe need to work that little bit harder. There is still some time before tomorrow to put that work and effort in. So following the advice coming your way, following the specific guidance coming your way, and all the unique things that examiners are looking for coming your way, you should be able to do very well tomorrow. So it's a crucial stream. Stay tuned all the way to the end. And whatever is relevant for you in your exam tomorrow, really make sure you're paying attention. I've put a lot of time into this stream today because I feel like with a big gap like this, you need even more guidance. If paper three was 2-3 days after paper two, we'd be flying, right? A lot of your economics is still in your head. But I think I'm going to help you as much as I possibly can, more so than usual for this exam tomorrow. So we'll dive straight in. You guys should know and think of paper three as a big opportunity. You know, the last 2 years, paper three has been proven to be the highest scoring paper of the three. Yeah. So no matter how paper one and paper two has gone, paper three is a chance for you to solidify that top grade if you've done great in the first two papers. But if not, it's a chance for you to really push that grade up. It's equally weighted. Yes, it is. So don't think it's all done with economics. This is a big, big deal. And yeah, big opportunity. So between now and tomorrow, your mindset should be attack it with the same intensity as you did for paper one and paper two. That mindset is important. It will mean you work hard in this remaining time, but also in that exam hall tomorrow, you'll lay it all out there. You'll really go for it. Do not take it easy. Do not be complacent. But also look forward to it, right? Because it's the same content that you've learned for micro and macro papers 1 and 2. The same stuff is going to be assessed, but also you're going to have extract material. And those extracts are going to help you massively. So you are going to be given that extra bit of a nudge, that extra bit of help. There is therefore that chance for you to really score very highly. So look forward to it for that reason. Now, we know it's the end of your economics exam journey. Yes, it is. It's not the end of your economics journey. Economics is for life. But while I'm here, I just wanted to say, if you really enjoy the content I put out there, you enjoy the videos, the best support you can give me is sharing the channel with the current year 12s. You know, the biggest comment I get is that, yeah, okay, I enjoy the videos, but I found them really late. You know, if only I found them earlier, I could have been helped earlier. And it's a very irritating bit of feedback I get. I try as best as I can to share the channel with people, but it is tricky sometimes. So that's why you guys can come in and help me out. So if you do value everything that's out there, if you think others can benefit, do me a favor, let the year 12s know. that if they want extra help, there is extra help out there. They don't need to wait until 2 months before their exams. So that will be a massive favor that you can do for me if you don't mind. But let's dive in, guys. Let's go for it. So, advice straight away. If you guys have seen on the channel, there are loads of great videos to really make sure that you're prepped well for tomorrow's exam. For every exam board, I've made run-through videos of what the paper is going to be like, broken down. You've got exam technique playlists for, again, each exam board, breaking down each question and giving you technique, structure of what you need to do. Make sure you watch those. But also for the unique elements of the exam paper. So if you have multiple choice questions, there are a variety of great videos to guide you to make sure even hard multiple choice questions you're going to get right. And for those of you that need to interchange between micro and macro, there are great videos out there for you to watch as well. Make sure you watch them all. You'll be gaining some great tips from those videos that will help you out tomorrow, that's for sure. So make sure you've watched those if you haven't before tomorrow's exam. I've had a lot of messages saying, what are your predictions for paper 3? What do you think is more likely to occur content-wise in paper 3? Don't get into that kind of a thought process. There are no predictions for paper 3 at all. If you guys have looked at previous paper 3s, at times there have been very, very narrow content areas that have been assessed. It's impossible to know what examiners are going to put in there. So anyone that thinks they can predict it, anyone that's giving you predictions, completely ignore it. It's a waste of time, a waste of energy. But don't worry about predictions for 2 reasons. It's the same content you've learned in micro macro. So going back over that, it's only that can be assessed here. But also the extracts. The extracts here are going to be written differently to how they were written in papers 1 and 2. Literally everything that you need to answer the essay questions in paper 3 will be given to you in the extract. So even more so, you don't need to worry about predictions. Even if a topic area comes up tomorrow that you're not a huge fan of, the extracts will guide you. The extracts will give you an essay plan. All you need to do is put the economics to those points. So yeah, let's talk about the extracts because they are such a big deal in paper 3. The examiners want you to use them. So when you read the question, often here, you might not know what to answer just from your own head. The questions might be that weird, that awkward. Evidence has proven they tend to be. Don't worry about it. The examiners want you to go to the extracts. So my advice with the extracts, read the question first. Any questions that are linked to extracts, read them first. Know generally what you're going to be looking for from the extracts. What topic area does that question link to? Then go to the extracts and annotate it. And when you're annotating it, next to bits that are relevant, write down what economic point can that link to, or what economic policy can that link to. Write the economics in your annotation of the extracts. So then when you form your essay plan, which will be after you've annotated the extracts, it will be so easy because you've written the economics to a very, very applied extract. Now, trust me here, the extracts are written very differently. They are over applied in paper 3. The danger is you get sucked in to the over application. Follow that advice and you'll be good. So again, read the question, know generally what topic area it links to, go to the extracts, then annotate. But when you're annotating, annotate generally to economic theories, to points, to policies, whatever the question requires. Then form your essay plan and then start writing. It's a much better way of using the extracts. That will also mean you overcome the major examiner complaints, which is often regurgitation of extract material because there's so much there, because you think you need to use it so much. That's a major flaw. But second, where there's not enough economics to your answers, examiners complain that, oh, it's an applied response rather than an economics response. Follow my advice there of how to use the extracts well, and you'll be set. So don't worry, because the extracts are helpful, but they're not everything. You need to write the economics to what the extracts give you. But yes, the extracts will drive the points that you're looking to make, whether it's analysis, whether it's evaluation, whether it's final judgment in your 25 markers or OCR, your 15 markers. So that's important advice there of how to use these big extracts well. Let's talk about multiple choice questions. There are 2 examples here where you're going to have 30 multiple choice questions to do. So for AQA OCR, my God, these are gifts from the economics gods, aren't they? Finally, we have a chance in these exams to score full marks in something without having to worry about deep essay writing. Yes, These multiple choice questions really are gifts. We should be thankful to the economics gods that we have these multiple choice questions that exist. So do a nice prayer, do a nice thank you to the economics gods. And you guys should be aiming for full marks in these. But it's very common that silly errors are made in multiple choice. It's very common that brain fatigue sets in because you've got 30 to do at a time. So my advice for multiple choice is have a routine that you're going to follow for every single one. Every single question, whether you think it's easy or hard, you're going to approach it with the same routine, the same thought process. Think of it like you're playing a sport, high-level sport. You always have a pre-match routine, a pre-shot routine, whatever it might be, to make sure that mentally you're in the zone to perform at the highest level. Do the same for these multiple choice questions. I'll give you my routine, my technique whenever I'm doing them, which helps me mentally. The first thing, for every single question, underline key parts of the question so your mind is focused to what the question is actually asking, but also annotate. Annotate. Try and be one step ahead of the examiner. So if you see, for example, marginal propensity to consume in the question, just write down multiplier. You never know. That might be what the question is all about. If you see actual growth is this, potential growth is this, write down output gap. The question could be about that. The answers could be about that. If you see the question says, oh, a monopoly is allocatively inefficient, write down, well, P greater than MC or P does not equal MC. Annotating like that, putting yourself one step ahead of the examiner means you might have already worked out the answer, saving you brain space. So underlining, annotating. Then when you're working out your answer, write down all your thoughts. Don't leave anything purely to your head. That's where silly errors tend to occur when you're trying to do too much mentally. Write down anything. Maybe it's a definition. Maybe it's sketching a little diagram. Maybe it's doing a calculation. Maybe it's a teeny little chain of analysis you need to go through. Whatever it is that's going on in your head, write it down so the process is much more simpler for you, so you're less likely to make a silly error. If you're finding the question hard, you're struggling to get the correct answer naturally after doing all of that, there are two things I recommend. First thing, know that there are always two answers that you can eliminate. There are two clearly wrong answers for every single multiple choice, leaving you with the correct answer and what examiners call a distractor answer, an answer that seems like it might be correct, but actually it's wrong. And that's because examiners are horrible people. They're trying to set traps for you. It's the kind of lives that they live, miserable, ruined kind of lives. So they're trying to set traps and ruin your life. Don't fall into that trap. So if you're struggling, eliminate the two clearly wrong answers. You're then left with a correct answer and the distractor. When it's just a 50-50, your mind is only looking at two answers, you're more likely going to pick the correct one. It's easier to then work out the correct answer. But if you're still finding it hard, give it a go, choose an answer, but star the question, star it. When you're done with your 30 multiple choice, come back to the starred questions then, without the pressure of having all the other multiple choice questions still to do. Having done the hard work, the legwork, the annotation, your mind will approach it differently with a new sense of clarity. You're more likely then going to confirm the correct answer that you've chosen or pick a different answer. That's my own technique. Whenever I'm doing a set of 30, when I see the questions for the first time, I normally start between 5 and 8 questions that I'm not 100% confident with. Going back to them after the 30, it's amazing how different the mind is, how much clearer it is to get these correct. Huge bit of advice there. All of you here should be aiming for full marks on these multiple choice. They are gifts from the gods, but attack them with the routine. You should be good to go. Now, for EdXL students, for AQA students, you need to be able to interchange between micro and macro in your long essay questions. Yes, the big 25 markers, but even AQA, the 15 markers, you need to be able to do it there as well. So how are you prepping to make sure that you're okay mentally by flipping between micro and macro ideas? I mean, you've learned micro in isolation for paper 1, macro in isolation for paper 2. Are you okay interchanging between the two? That's a good thing to think about before tomorrow. To test yourself, here's a good exercise to do. So it's good to know what are major micro and macro topic areas. Well, to help you there is a video I've made on the channel of major micro and macro topic areas. Then it's a case of knowing what are micro and macro effects that you could write about. And you've seen from my videos, hopefully, I don't like being rigid. I don't like you having memory devices there. I like being flexible. So again, I've got a video on what micro and macro effects are. What are micro or macro things you can actually talk about? But the exercises for you guys to do is for certain topic areas, which we're weighing up a bit more, big topic areas that haven't featured yet in papers 1 and paper 2, that could be micro macro areas. Just brainstorm. What could be micro effects? What could be macro effects? You've seen on the channel, I've done that for so many topic areas. The better is for you to do it yourself. Just test yourself. You don't have to write it down. You can just do it out loud in your own head and just see, what are micro effects? What are macro things I can talk about? Do that for a wide variety of topic areas before tomorrow, and you'll be nimble, right? You'll go through that mental kind of exercise prior, so that when it comes to paper 3 tomorrow, you have to do it again. You'll know how to do it. You won't find it a challenge. You won't find it a difficulty. You'll find it very easy. So that's what I recommend to do, to make sure to interchange between micro and macro, you find relatively simple. All right. So in this time before paper 3, what do I recommend you do? There is still a good amount of time. Get into that intense mind frame and really think, I'm here to attack that exam. The first thing is you've got to make sure you're a content master. It's all well and good saying the extracts are going to help you loads. It's all well and good saying it's the same content that's come in paper 1 and paper 2 that you've learned that's going to feature again in paper 3. Yeah, but do you know that content? You need to be a content master. So to go through the content quickly, go back over your paper 1, paper 2 notes. As you're reading it, if it's coming back to you, if in your mind you're like, I know where this is going, I know this theory, move on, skip, you've got it, it's there. Whereas if you're going through it and you're blanking on a variety of things, you need to re-memorize it, go back over it again. So cover all the topic areas that way quickly, become a content master. Then it's watch all those key videos on the channel, the run-through videos, the exam technique videos, the multiple choice questions videos, micro, macro effects videos. Watch those. You'll gain a lot of tips and advice from those to help you tomorrow. Go through those. Then it's a case of be ready for the unique elements of the paper. So if it's micro, macro, brainstorm. If it's AQA student, your 10 marker, think about how you're going to structure it. Think about your time management for it. Think about techniques within it. Think about planning. Be ready for the unique elements. If it's multiple choice, practice a few. Have your routines ready to go. But also strategize for time management. All of you here, time management tomorrow is going to be a unique challenge. It's harder than paper 1 and paper 2 because it's different. Different styles of questions, different type of time management. You'll have a lot to do. So make sure, again, your time management strategies are set. For every single question, you know what the time is, and you know how you're going to use the clock tomorrow to stick to that time. That's what you're doing, those 4 things in preparation for your exam tomorrow. And boy, you want it to go well tomorrow. Of course you do. It's a huge opportunity. It's gains time. It's paper 3. As I said at the start, if papers 1 and 2 have gone well, this is going to solidify that top grade. If those papers haven't gone well, this is your chance to push that grade up and do even better. It's a huge, huge opportunity is paper 3. And you have all the motivation in the world to make you get to that level of intensity, right? We're thinking a short run, long run picture. We already know what the long run picture is. You're thinking, damn, these exams, doing well in these, is going to get me to a rosy future. We know that we all want that beautiful family. We want those wonderful kids. We want that great mansion. We want that great job, that whopping salary, the wonderful holidays. That's the long-term picture that we're going for. That's how important these exams are. But even more short-term than that, you're going to have a huge summer break. You want that summer break to be good, right? You want it to be relaxed, right? You want it to be heavenly for yourself. You want it to be enjoyable for yourself. You don't want to be stressing, do you? For results day. Oh my God, I didn't put in as much effort as I could have done. I didn't attack with that same intensity. And now I'm worrying. Nah. You want to be on your holidays. You want to be on the beach. You want to be feeling that warm sand between your toes and loving it. You want to be sipping on that beautiful, tasty drink on the beach and loving it. You want to feel those beautiful sun rays on your face, getting nice and warm, getting that nice brownness on your face, feeling happy about it because you'll be looking back thinking, I attacked it with that intensity. I followed the advice carefully. I didn't think the economics journey was over before it was. No, I used the remaining time well. I went in and I attacked paper 3 and I blitzed it. I smashed it, which is why I can enjoy my holidays now. The short run picture is good. And I know the long run picture is in the bag as well. That's what tomorrow is all about. That's what's on the line, isn't it, for you guys? So I know it's been a while. 3 weeks is ridiculous between paper 2 and paper 3. It's been irritating for me. I can only imagine how irritating it must be for you as well. to have to rekindle all this economics now 3 weeks later. But this is what's on the line. This is what you're playing for. That should really be remotivating for you to go in there and attack it and lay it all out there. Nothing left. It's your last economics exam. Leave nothing behind. Just go, go, go with high intensity. Show to the examiner everything. But remember the advice I've given you here. Follow that. Tick the boxes for the examiner. You'll be amazed how high the marks can be. That's my advice to you guys. But even though it's the end of your economics journey, it's not the end of your economics knowledge or your economics life completely, is it? It's the end of your exam journey. Economics is for life. It's a subject where it's going to help you in the future make great decisions. It's going to help you get to a very, very high level, whether you have exams or not. So still stay with me. We're one big family with EconplusDal. I love you massively. Stay with me. I'm keen to know how you do in the future. When you get to that picture, I want you to tell me. Do you know, I still receive messages to the day from people who have watched the videos maybe 8-9 years in the past. And they tell me now, I've got this top job. I've got a wonderful partner. I've got 2 kids. I've got this incredible salary, living in the city, living a great life. It's wonderful to read. I want you guys to be those people too. We are one big family. We care for each other. We stay together, even if the exams are done. So stay with me on YouTube. Stay with me on social media, on Instagram. It's where you can DM me and let me know. It's sad that the exam journey is over. We're not going to be having this time together anymore, but I still want to know how you guys are doing. And I want you to stay in contact. I want us to stay in touch. So do that for me. And remember to spread the word, spread the videos to the next cohort of students. That's the biggest way you can support me and the channel. But I wish you well, guys. Tomorrow is a wonderful day. Enjoy it. Gains day, a way really to score very highly. Follow the advice carefully given here. Use the videos on the channel to guide. Any more support, just let me know. But I know you guys will do great. And you'll be finishing with a big smile on your face, thinking about that short run picture to enjoy and that long run picture, which I know you're going to get. You deserve it. So thanks very much, guys. All the support you've given has been amazing. It's kept me going. I felt the tiredness this year. It's been a tough year personally. So your support, your good feeling has helped me through it massively. And I just hope it goes well tomorrow. I know it will. I know it will. So thanks, guys. Wish you well. Push hard. Do great. Stick with economics. Economics is for life. EconplusDal is a long-term family. It's for life. A family that stays together is the best kind of family. And that's what we are. Do great tomorrow, guys. Thanks for tuning in. All the best. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.